Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. And it is a different time of day. Normally I'm streaming midday on Saturdays, but it is just after 5 o'clock for me. It's 5:30. Evening stream, probably a very late night stream for folks in the UK. Thanks for being here. Always good to see the regular folks in the chat. Got Dan, Hunter, CJ, and Obu. It's really fun as a streamer to see like the regular crew pile in right at the start of the stream. I always find that fun. We are back in West Hill. Hey, Archeo Plays is here too. Don't want to miss you. We're back in West Hill. We are going to be picking up where we left off, doing some detail work. I don't exactly know what I'm in the mood for. The things that we covered at the end of the last video were the towers. The inside of the towers need work. And that's not bad. That's not difficult work. There's also this path along here that needs work. And then there's the other side, which involves the gate and other things, and digging out a river. So, I mean, I'm open to suggestions for the people that are here and are some of the first in line. Any thoughts on what you would like to see? We could also detail the road, too. We could also put in, like, take out these smooth slabs and start adding texture and do the alleyways and stuff like that. Yes, thank you for the shout out for Archeo Plays in the chat there. Appreciate it. Whoa. Why is there a... What are you doing in here? Did Roof Pig get hit by lightning and turned into a zombified piglin, I guess? There's no portals around here at all. None. Rocket box. Don't need that. What do I look? I'm looking for my book. So yeah, the texture, the roads and alleys, and the interior of the towers are the two things left in the West Gate. So those are kind of high on my list because it would finish this section. Then we've got Westgate Tower door, Westgate left path, all that stuff. There's also kind of just going up into like textile shop. Calcite mud house needs to be finished inside. So I can do more on inside builds, interior design if folks enjoyed that the other day. Try that too. It might be unlikely, but if the chair was struck by lightning, it might convert. Chairs are invisible pigs, so it's possible. But the chair's inside. How would it get hit by lightning inside of a house? That's what I don't understand. Alleyways, weaponsmith. We could also shift gears and just pop up to like the parade square, the moat. Oh, I'm missing something here. Oh, the keep. The keep is a bigger project that I need to actually... We've actually done most of this stuff. I feel like the keep is one of the last things we've got going on. You're working on a road there too? Oh, nighttime. I think lightning has a range where it takes effect. The chair is on another wall, you're right. Yeah, the chair is up against that wall here. And there is a trapdoor, so maybe the effect went through. It's so funny. So bizarre. You're right, it was definitely the chair. Huh. You can see the saddle, because the chairs are invisible pigs with saddles. Because it allows the player to sit in them if you wanted to. I don't usually because there's no one else on the server usually when I'm playing, but it is cool that you can do this if you really want to. But my single gold nugget that I will cherish for the next 3.5 minutes. If you sit in a chair with a carrot and a stick, you start to move around. Really? That's hilarious. I love that. That's great. You could have chair races. I'd be down for just digging out the river and connecting that up. It's one of those things that's kind of an eyesore, and it would be nice to check that off. Yeah, maybe we'll start with this. Maybe we'll start with it. That is a really large, ugly waterfall. Good change for river work? Okay. What I'm going to need coarse dirt. I'm going to need a spare shulker for all the grass and stone I'm going to dig up. And I'm not going to bother with a beacon. I don't think we need that much oomph. Nerd Pants McGee subscribing for 5 months at tier 1. Thank you so much, Nerd Pants. You're 1 month away from the Air Keystone badge. Very much appreciated. Right. Digging also involves very few shulkers, so I'm on board with that too. I was kind of overwhelmed by the number of shulker boxes I had out yesterday. We will, however, need to empty one of these because I need an empty one, which has the least amount of stuff in it. I guess this one does. Let's go. This stuff can actually be useful. That I can put away. That can be put away. So there's that's my sword. We might actually need that. There's the empty box. I'm just going to juggle some stuff around. Oh, wait a minute. We can move all this. And we can turn all of this into paper. That'll free up some space. So we're going to need coarse dirt. I reorganized a bunch of this stuff in between streams. So we're going to need an empty shulker for all the digging. We're going to need coarse dirt going at our ears. So we'll grab this one and we'll bring a stack of slabs with us. Grass will go in there. I'll bring this anyway, and I'm gonna need that one. I think that's all we need right now. I'll make sure that I have an ender chest on me in case I need anything from the multiple shulkers in the ender chest. Crafting table. I'm good. Thanks again for that sub, Nerdpants. I'm really glad that you're enjoying the community. I'm still on the fence about these 3 blue lanterns. I'm wondering if there's a way to have one light here, but then maybe fake the others. So you know that we've got like that little mini block of a lit redstone lamp. if I did those kind of like up in the corners there, and then left this as a regular lamp, then that might be okay. Or I could try to hide the lamp behind something, but I'm not sure how I would do that. I haven't quite figured that out. The organization of your shulkers puts me to shame. Chess monster technique, yeah. When you're building on projects this size, you kind of have to. I guess the best place to set up is actually going to be down here on the other side. Oh, I should have brought a bed. That was dumb. Do I have one in my other chests? No, alright. We'll have to go get a bed. I know I've got them, I put them away too fast. I have vastly upped my build detail and game thanks to these streams and the spawn chunks. So happy to pitch in. That's amazing. I'm glad that you've... It's really cool, like, not only when people find the stuff that I do entertaining, but it's really cool when people learn things on the streams. That's great. All right, that goes there. We'll put you and you there. And then all of this stuff can just be like... I guess we'll just... Cool. So the way that I normally do this is I use the map heavily to kind of guide how I want this river to go. And I do know that I want a cliff here. And right now, the river is, well, one, I think we're going to have to block this off so it doesn't drive me crazy. And so I'll be using the coarse dirt to try and mark things off, I think. Because this wasn't any specific shape. This was just kind of dug. And I think I blocked off a couple bits of water. And I like the idea of this being a cliff. So we might work with that a little bit. So we'll grab a little bit of stone as well. I should maybe use something like sand just to kind of draw things out so we can see what's what. I think I've done that before too. So right now, this is too sharp a turn. Like it really is a strange sort of feeling. So I'd like to try and make that feel a little bit better. The depth of the water is actually at this block. So this is where all of the change happens. And this is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then there's 3 here. I feel like this should go a little bit longer. Well, no, wait, 6, that's 9. Right, so maybe this should go... It's this piece that should go a little bit straighter, I think. Yeah, we'll hack this back a bit. CJ says, agreed. That's what's kept me coming around here. And my favorite stream and only stream I watch semi-consistently. Wow, that's saying a lot. There's a lot of really high-quality streams out there. I appreciate that. Right, so that's 9 in a straight row. So, like, this gets to 9. Then I feel like we should do at least 3, if not more. Now, some of this might not be visible because of the way that I want to do this, but for now, I'm going to remove all of the the rock up to the sky so we can see it on the map. And you'll see my technique here in a second. May not reach. Dang it. I'm probably going to have to go up and down a lot, so I might as well put in some scaffolding. Right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's the water. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this would probably be 3. And then 2, and then 1. So the easiest way to do this with the aid of the map is to actually replace the top level of coarse dirt with sand, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. As I say, 5. Now we can do an overhang later. I just want to get this looking correct. That's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this would probably be 3. Thanks very much for the follow, Luca Plays. Appreciate it. Oops. Oh. Right, so you can start to see on the map, if I get out of the way, that we can clearly see kind of where I'm sending the river. And actually, I might have pushed it a little bit too far. We could probably do 3 there instead of 5. So I can do maybe 3 there, and then 3 here, and then 3 there. Might even be 2. Yeah, actually at that point, I feel like I could start to do 2 there, and then we can maybe shift a little bit. 2 there, oops. 2 there, and then 1 here. I've got a funny feeling I'm gonna need to remove all this water. Or at least parts of it. Placing glass panes on glass panes is so much fun. Oh, yeah. Not my favorite mechanic. I agree with you there. Right, get that out of the way. And are we clear? Almost. We're going to have to build this up a bit anyway. Right, so there's the start of the river coming down through here. And I think at this point we can probably curve it quite a bit. I try not to do more than 5 of these in a row. So we'll have to see how this works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll have to decide where we go from there. That feels like a pretty natural, I think, curve to the river, especially if this is a big cliff. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. We'll just angle this so that it looks a little bit better. I don't think I did anything over there other than just like dig up some dirt randomly. So this will be a little bit better. I think I like having this detail here, so we might actually make this wide. But I think if we do that, we probably have to extend it a couple. Yeah, and then here, I guess I need regular dirt. Sorry if this is off topic. Any tips on how to decorate an angled tower? Angled tower. Can you be a little bit more specific? Because we'll be walking back and forth past towers, so you might see something that'll spark some ideas. So here, I'm going to go with the same count. I'm just going to offset it by 1. So because this is the outside of the curve, we're going to push this up by a little bit. So we've got 3 and 3. But see how I've offset it by 2 blocks? So then here, we can do 3. And then it goes 2, 2. I don't think I brought a shulker box full of dirt. I probably should have. Oops. How's that looking? Gets a little bit narrow, so maybe this one is actually going to be just a single. One, 2, 3, 4. And at this point, maybe we'll do 2 going down this way. Oh, no. This might be a situation where we have to do like a back and forth. So I do 2 and then I do 1. And then I do 2 again. See if that starts to look okay. Yep, that's probably the right course. And that means that here we'll be doing 2. And we've got a fair amount to dig out here. Oh, I did bring some dirt. No, that's coarse feed. Building a castle and some of the towers are at an angle. Oh, I see what you mean. Yes. I need to go get a shulker box for dirt. Angled towers. I don't know if I have any angled towers. Most of them are square. I feel like I've done some. Maybe the bridge? I mean, we'll take a look at the map and we'll see one. I would say the trick there is to make sure you're giving yourself a lot of space inside. They usually have to be bigger than you think. Yeah, I meant to bring this the first time. Angled towers. Angled tower. I've got angled houses. These bridge towers are on a 45, but they're not actually angles. I don't think that I've built a tower on an angle. I've built walls on angles, and I've built houses on angles, but I've not built any actual angled towers as far as I know. What's a good angled house? I mean, there's angled stuff out here, but I don't think that those are really what you'd be looking for. What's the scale? Parsen? Like how big, how many blocks wide is it? Yeah, I don't really have much on angles in here. A couple houses, but not much. One of the easier ways to do it is usually not building at like a 45-degree angle, but building at like a softer angle where you can go like 5 down and 1 over. So depending on the size of your tower, you might be able to just swing it. I think the closest angled house I have, 35 blocks. That doesn't answer my question. It's 35 blocks in one direction, like it's 35 blocks wide. That's massive. We've got lots of room to play then. This is the closest angled build that I have. But it's not very big. So you can see on the map that it's a 45-degree little barn. Yeah, all my towers are pretty square. Not by accident either, like they definitely were easier to do that way. So as long as we're not underneath any trees, that should look okay. And even then, I'd say we're about ready to change the direction. And then this side would be easier to map out. And then here, I think we can start to go that way. I'm trying to follow the hill here as best I can. And then we'll try to link it up with this. Ooh, I should be careful here. I want the sand is supposed to be representative of water, so I've obviously made this too tall somehow. Yep. Green had a video a while back where he made a historical site, including angled towers. Good similar advice, extra scale. Yeah, Green would be a good person. I would say Fwip and Mythical Sausage would be the other two people that I would be going to for that kind of thing right off the bat. So I think we might have curved this a little bit too steeply. So I'm going to pull this out here. Soften this up a bit. I feel like that connects pretty well. You might want to draw this back just a little bit here. So everything south of this line is going to be river. Yeah. And I think at this point we were okay to make it a little bit more narrow. It doesn't have to be anything too crazy. I want to say maybe 5 blocks. We'll start there. I'm going to cut some of these down for later. Maybe 7 blocks. We'll see. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, try that. And so stuff like this I like to leave because there's a fun opportunity here if we really wanted to. If we can see this at all from up there, having this tree have like some custom roots that go down into the river would be really cool. So we can see if that's something we actually want to do. Tadpole milk. What is going on, my friend? Thanks ever so much for the raid. 40 people coming in. Thanks so much. Hope things are going well. We're working on a river. What were you up to on stream today? Thanks for the shout out for Tadpole Milk. Folks in my chat, if you are not already following Tadpole Milk, what are you doing? Go over there and follow. Make sure you check out their content. Super fun stuff. Great laugh for folks that don't know. And it happens a lot. I feel like there's just giggles the entire stream whenever I tune in. Because I often lurk after I raid Tadpole. I'm usually busy. I have to go get dinner, but I'll throw you up on the TV. Tadpole Milk subscribed for 18 months in a row. Currently on an 18-month streak. Tier 1. Thanks ever so much. A year and a half Has it really been that long? That's nut bars. Very much appreciated. Ginger, hello. Misty Joy, Tadpole Raid. And that's a hype train. Aldebar gifting a sub to Mama Melissa. Welcome in. You're a zombie. Thanks so much for that gift sub, Aldebar. Geeky Ninja used 100 bits, and I believe that kicked off the hype train. Thanks so much for the bits and the support. I didn't see what Tadpole was doing on stream. Has there been an update? What were you working on? Stream was great. We did a little work around the outside of the HOF today. HOF. Remind me what the HOF is. Just so I know. Hall of Fame. Right. Very cool. Very, very cool. So for folks just coming into my stream from the Tadpole Milk Raid, this is West Hill. We're working around the West Gate, which is something we've been doing for about a week or two. And here is where we are situated in the world, and you can see the river that we're working on right now. When you came in, we're going to be connecting this natural Minecraft river to the custom river that we had. This was all a natural Minecraft river, but I had to kind of like streamline it. So we're doing that streamline process here, connecting this up, so we have some nice views. Hunter 555. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 gifted subs going out to the community. That brings us to halfway through. What level are we at? Level 3 on the hype train. Hunter 555, thank you so much for the fantastic support. Folks, if you've got a gift sub from Hunter 555, please be sure to thank them in chat. And now that you have a sub, you can join the Discord. Link will be in the chat, I'm sure, at some point, but it's very easy to find. Just connect your Discord and your Twitch accounts and then look for the Joel Duggan Discord. And that is where I hang out with folks from Twitch, folks from my podcast, The Citadel Cafe, and folks that subscribe on Patreon. To either The Citadel Cafe or, of course, to just myself. Thanks again, Hunter. That's amazing. Really, really appreciate it. But like I said, we are hanging out here in the west of West Hill. And Tadpole Milk, I don't remember the last time you were here, but the other day we were working on this guard house, have a cool symbol above the door, all that kind of stuff. So we've been putting in these kind of details in these empty houses along the way, slowly but surely checking things off in the town of West Hill. And the fun part that we added yesterday was this lamp that lights up at night. I may or may not I may or may not try to figure out a way to have it lit permanently. I'd have to find a way to hide a lever, I think, because there's no way to do it. There's no way to power it outside of just a whatchamacallit there, a daylight sensor. So it looks okay. It's not the end of the world. It looks a little bit silly the higher up you get. I don't find the daylight sensor looks very medieval when you're looking at it from down on the top, but you know, it is what it is so far. Pressure plate with an item frame on it. Oh, that's a good idea. It would be on all the time though, right? That's a good idea. Let's try that. Let's see what it looks like. Pressure plate with an item frame on it. I knew that trick too. I don't have the wrong box. Item frame is going to be in here. Don't need that or that. And pressure plate. Pressure plate, pressure plate, pressure plate. And there we go. Yeah, it's not bad. But we'll try it with the pressure plate just to kind of see if it might look unfinished with just the pressure plate on it. We'll see. So pressure plate. I think I did this at the inn on the bridge, now that I think about it. Did I do that wrong? Does that not work anymore? Or is it a bedrock thing? So all it does is Z fight. Oh, it has to be a wood pressure plate. Okay. No, that's fair. That makes sense. Is it wood that is the lighter pressure plate? There's going to be that Z fighting there either way. Put that back. And let's get a dark oak. Hey, look, I have one right there. Thanks for the tip, Spiders Den. And thanks, Tedpole. I'm glad you like it. I'm really enjoying how quickly everything is coming together. Nope, no dice. Does not work. All right, back to... Oh no. There it is. That is a level 2 hype train. Thank you so much for the support, folks. Works because of the weird collision. I have to activate it and then the item frame keeps it active? Okay, well, I'll mess with it another time. I do kind of like that it doesn't light up during the day because it kind of looks like a clock. I mean, that's the other thing I might consider doing as well as some custom map art or something for the edge of that. That could be very cool too. That could be cool too. I kind of wish we had more options for redstone powered lights, you know? That would be fun. Yeah, if I wanted it to be an illuminated clock, I could also just use like a frog light or a sea lantern or something that's just always on, you know? All right, so where are we going here? We've got go another 2. And then maybe 3. The tough part here is not being able to see what's going on. Maybe we'll switch. We'll do 3 in a row here, 3 there. And then 5 here, I guess. And that means that this would be another 5, or no, this could be 7. Once you finish West Hill to the point where you're happy to leave it, do you plan to do a full tour or simply move on to the next project? I'll be moving on to the next project, but I will be coming back for a tour. And the plan, because he offered, was to do a co-stream with Pixel Riffs with Johnny from the Spawn Chunks, because he wants to come see it in the flesh, so to speak, in the digital person. And I think I might try to get more than just Johnny, but it depends on schedule. So I will move on to something immediately. And they're probably going to be smaller projects, you know. I'm probably going to be doing some smaller things. But I will eventually be coming back and doing that. Yes. Because I'd like to have a video, because ultimately when we come back, it would be really nice to have a video to just point people towards, you know, especially if it's something I can break up into smaller clips and share on YouTube. I really need to start driving more people to the channel. I don't do that super well right now. I'm not using things like TikTok or standard YouTube videos to my advantage. So you can sort of see what I'm going for here. Well, that tree might have to come down. It's not as close to the edge as I thought it was going to be. Yeah, I think we're going to have to chop that down. That would be great to listen to you two in Minecraft. Yeah, and Johnny and I, we've not really played much together over the years. Like, very little. In the flesh or in the pixels? In the pixels. Johnny's a little bit too far away for in the flesh. Although meeting in person someday will be very fun, but the pandemic put a squash on that. We were going to try to attend the Minecraft live Minecon. I can't remember what they were going to call it. They were going to call it something, but it was the live event thing. So that's meant to be water. So what I would probably do in this situation is connect the tree this way. And we'll come back and do it nicer later. I don't want to get too carried away because the whole idea behind this place is just meant to be a good view from our build. So when we're over here at the end of this path, as far as I can see is basically what I want to have look nice. And then after that, I don't care. And same thing with up there. So the higher you get, you're really still not going to be able to see much around this corner, because what that is this corner right here. So as long as we get that sorted, then I'll be happy. And I think we're pretty good. We just have to do a little bit more digging and fill in some water. I'm going to put this right across the middle here. I'm going to use stone. Minecraft Earth, or am I just mixing that with the game? I think there was a Minecon Earth, but I feel like that was when Minecraft Earth was being announced. They did a very poor job of all that stuff. They really mixed up a lot of people, ourselves included on the podcast. I think it was meant to be in Florida. Whatever that event was in Florida, that was the thing that we were going to attend. Did I do this at the right level? I did this at the wrong level. Oh no, that's right. This is all meant to be water. very tricky without this all connecting. So what I'm standing on is going to be water. I think that's a pretty good job. I mean, minus my scaffolding mess in the middle. I guess I can take that down and put that somewhere else. I just have to cut out the rest of this. A little weird that they haven't hosted it in Sweden. I think the thing you got to remember is that Sweden is one location, but the other location, of course, is the Microsoft studios in, I want to say Seattle, right? Oh, I'm still holding this. Put this down. Redmond, Washington, just outside of Seattle. Okay, cool. That's close. I was close. This is why I use sand, because it's so easy just to drop it in place, right? Minecraft Festival. Thank you, 100,555. That was it. Yes, the Minecraft Festival in Florida. That was the thing that we were looking at doing, right? It's a long way for Johnny, but Johnny was going to go wherever it was. But it's a very accessible flight for me. Florida is direct from Halifax. And I very, very rarely do I get to fly someplace direct. That's not a thing that happens from my part of Canada. Like ever. So that was going to be a nice treat. But and then, I mean, COVID happened and they canceled it, I'm pretty sure. So this is going to be covered in water, which means that is going to be coarse dirt. So all of the coarse dirt here is correct. However, there's a chance that I might want to make some of this actual rock. So I'll leave all of these rock because I think that this might end up being cliff, and so it's going to make more sense, I think, to have stone here instead of coarse dirt. Probably to about here, and then we'll end up with more coarse dirt. Don't need the axe down here right now. Break time, says Dan. Thanks very much for the heads up. Appreciate that. Oh, that was on the right level. Whoops. Thanks for the heads up. I guess I took down my scaffolding. Where's going to be a good spot to put that? Probably right up against the wall. It's probably a good spot. Would be a good way. Or I could just swim underneath the gate, right? There we go. Looking into it, they've done 12 Minecons, 6 in person and 6 live streams. Of the 6-person ones, 4 have been held in the US, 1 in England, 1 in France. Does seem like a bit of a bias, but US is quite a big country and keeps close to Mojang and Microsoft locations. It also depends on where the people are. Like if you hold it in Europe, like what is your attendee going to be like? You know, the attendee demographic. You know, I think a lot of it would be accessible in the States. Ace of Robins, I didn't know that. It's probably a typo, not a misspelling. Very likely a typo, but I can fix it. Thanks for the heads up. I will do that on my break. If you're new to the stream, as I think Ace of Robins might be, I take a break once an hour. Gives me a chance to stand up. You should too. Get yourself a drink, a snack, maybe even a friend. Let them know you're hanging out with us here on Twitch, and we will be right back. CJ is saying that in Stockholm, that it would be big enough and easy enough to get to. Working in Estonia last month, and that's how I flew in, was via Stockholm. I think the other thing that you have to remember is it's not just so much like where people are coming from and how many people could get there. It's whether or not the city has the infrastructure to support that kind of event. I don't know what we would be looking at as far as a Minecraft festival in person. Like, are we talking 10,000 people? Are we talking 50,000 people? Like, how many people would go? But if you held it in a place like Orlando, I mean, Disney World is already there. So there's hotels everywhere. You know, so you'd end up with the capacity for the town to have way more people in it, right? Because the last thing that you want to do is have a whole bunch of your players and users excited to go to a live event and then have tickets be unavailable because the hotels in the area are just booked. Like, you just can't get to the city because there's nowhere to stay. Like, that would be crappy. So I could see them maybe deciding on where to put it, you know, based on a city's capacity. What level is the riverbed over here? 59. Okay, so we're on it then. Whoops. Did I do that right? No, this is supposed to be water. Crap. It's been a while since I've carved out a river. I forget my process. Yeah, I think a lot of it just comes down to, you know, infrastructure and capacity, and could also be flights too. All right, so if that is going to be water, then what's underneath it is going to be coarse dirt, and then the next piece of coarse dirt is actually here. But I could remember, go down 2 blocks around the sand. Oops. I did this wrong again. It's really difficult with the water being at 2 different levels. These are... Alright, I think I just need to fill this in with coarse dirt. Because we know we like the way it looks. So, this is all water. That means I'm replacing the sand with coarse dirt. The sand was just so I could see it from the map. Stockholm hosts the Noble Banquet, so you think it would work fine, says Parzan. That being said, a lot of older parts of the city are not easiest to traverse. The Noble Banquet normally only has around 1,500 to 2,000 attendees. The last in-person Minecon had 12,000. So yeah, they'd be looking at, I mean, I'm assuming, you gotta remember, the last in-person Minecon, like, Minecraft has gotten very big. Like, it was big before, but during the last 5 years is when Minecraft became the most popular game on the planet, passing Tetris. And that was like during the time that Johnny and I were doing the show, right? So these are going to be water. I am really confused. Right, so what's underneath these has to be coarse dirt. I might have made it too narrow in places, but I haven't finished digging out the south side, so it could be okay. And this is 60, so it only goes down one more time. For context, in 2015, Minecon in London had 10,000 attendees and broke the Guinness World Record for the most attendance at a conference for a single game. Wow, really? 2016 was the last in-person, had 12,000. The game had only increased to popular from there, especially since the pandemic. Yeah. I was just talking to a friend today about podcasting and stuff. And I mean, while I don't want to make, light of taking advantage of COVID, one of the things that Johnny and I decided to do was like, hey, when COVID hit, after we had Spawn Chunks going for a couple of years, year and a half even, we just decided to kind of put the pedal to the metal and make sure that we would get a show out every single Monday. That meant working overtime during December to make sure that we had episodes going out over the holidays. But during the first 2 years of COVID, when especially over holidays, people weren't going anywhere, they weren't doing anything, and it really helped our show. And I think Minecraft had the same experience. I think Minecraft over the pandemic, the numbers. It'd be very curious, to talk to somebody at Mojang. We've had a couple of the developers of Mojang at on the Spawn Chunks for interviews. But if they were able to talk about the data, I feel like that may or may not be kind of stuff that they might not be able to share. But I would be very curious to see, even if they can't give us numbers, like just the percentage of download increase that happened during the pandemic, right? Like that would be very interesting. To me, anyway. Oh, there's a giant cave here. Look at that. $60.59. That's our riverbed. Not there. So we only have to dig out this far. Dead end. Not a dead end. Whoop, I heard the creeper. And that, I think, connects to, because that's pretty lit up. I think that's the cave that we connected to from over here. That's good to know. We are all over the place down here. It's so hard to walk past stuff like this, but I've got nowhere to store it. You know, like the Minecraft brain just says, mine all the things. I don't need it. I don't. That's not what I want to do this stream. Minecraft was your social connection, Nerd Pants McGee? Yeah, I think that's what I did for me. It was streaming became a way to kind of feel like I was connecting with people when I was during the quarantine sort of days. Oh, we're down into the cave. I don't want to be down there. I think I have to go back this way. Nope. I made the mistake of putting torches in the middle of the room when I should have been putting them on the sides. I think this is the way. Seem to be heading back towards the river. Yes. Good stuff. COVID definitely changed how I play Minecraft. I was sporadic a few times per month playing beforehand and then became nearly daily during the pandemic, said CJ. They then found the Citadel, your streams, and the spawn chunks. The rest is history. That's really cool. And do you stream now, CJ? Remind me? I don't remember. Free stuff. Getting lots of stone. More stone than I thought I was going to get coming down here. So what did I say? I was replacing the sand with coarse dirt, right? No, replacing the sand with water on this side because I'm smart. I've probably put down too much coarse dirt. Oh no, that's right. There's water going over top of this. So this needs to have a hard edge. Yep. I find that looking up and mining in Minecraft will make me motion sick. Not all mining, but like most vertical mining in Minecraft will definitely hit me funny. Go this way. I find like fast mining. If it's slow mining like stone, I'm okay. But dirt and things, I find I'll get motion sick. That goes there. Yeah, so this is going to be coarse dirt. I need to put coarse dirt underneath this here. Nope. Got ahead of myself. There we go. Enki, raiding with a party of 2. Thanks very much. What were you up to in Minecraft today? You stream pretty regularly, including from the patron server, but life got busy again, and so I've been streaming when I feel like it, which is not very often. Yeah, it's hard to find the time when you don't like. I do it for a job, so like it's easy for me to justify it because like the more I stream, usually the better community does, the more I grow, like all that kind of stuff. So there's that motivation for sure, right? Right. So that is, we are standing at 62. So this is all going to be covered by water. Which means, yeah, I did these at the wrong levels. I think I did them at 2 different levels. These are going to be replaced by coarse dirt and then stone. I hope I can get the water in today. That's the plan. Get it to the point where it's got water in it. Although it would make sense to put some decorations, at least the rocks in before I fill it in. Saves you having to do waterlogged stuff later. You were also terraforming, building a scorched path from a nether portal. Those are fun. I really am looking forward to some of the things that I get to do down the road. Where I can make up like imaginary landscapes. I think that's going to be super fun. It's going to be water. No, there's going to be water on top of that. Anybody else hear me talking myself in circles? Let's just mow the whole thing down, and we'll just start at the beginning and make sure it all lines up. Oh, I'm not too worried about it. Thankfully, it's not a very big or deep section. Scuba Duck, welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Very similar to your mental dialogue there for I feel connected and validated. You mean you also second guess yourself constantly? The thing that I do in Minecraft that I find I do often in real life now, especially working from home, is I walk into a room and then I completely forget why I'm in the room. Thankfully, I don't have a very large apartment. Like, it's big enough for me, it's plenty of space, but it's not a giant house. So I'm not like walking from one end of my home to the other wondering what the crap am I doing. But I do find it funny that I'll end up like going someplace and be like, why did I come in here? What's the whole thing? I think we're gonna do coarse dirt here and maybe there, and then we'll switch back to stone here. So the idea is that there's going to be a cliff here, and so this stone is going to make sense that it all connects. I feel like we'll probably slowly push back a little bit here. Yeah. And then along here, I think I'll just even it out so it just feels smooth. We could always texture this specifically later if we want it to be sharper. I'm not too worried about it. It's not the end of the world to do work underwater if you have to. Sort of feels like the cliff comes down. And I think for in here, I mean, this is not very big. For those of you that were concerned before, we'll grab a little coal. But because I've got so much stone, I think I'll just fill this in. Actually, what I should be doing is filling it in with dirt. I tend to need the stone for other things. Not at night, though. The constant second guessing was how building in Minecraft worked. Yeah, it's also how I stream. Because otherwise, like, when you run out of stuff to say, you just have to start narrating what you're doing, right? It's the only way to get through a stream. I have pretty chill streams, which means the chat is also usually chill. And I'm not sure I have the capacity to keep up with a proper, like, super fast Minecraft, chat. When I look at creators like Gemini Tay, and they've got like several thousand people in their chat room, like, I don't know how she keeps up. I mean, I know it's practice and stuff like that, but if that was to happen to me quickly, I would have a lot of getting used to different things. But I think too that the high volume chat room is also a symptom of maybe, I shouldn't say symptom. It is a result of also being maybe a very chatty, high octane streamer. And Gemini Tay is lovely, and she has a lot of energy, and so she's probably going to have a more energetic chat because of that. Would be my guess. All right, I feel like that's pretty good. It's just now getting around the bend here. Be careful that I don't spend more than I need to here. Oh, out of course dirt. Psychologists have found that memory is linked to place. Going through a doorway or stairs or a corridor compartmentalizes your memory and makes you forget. Huh. That's really interesting. I didn't know that. That's cool. Guess I don't need the sand. Whoops. You learn something new every day, but I'm glad it's not because I enjoy subconsciously making life harder. You learn something new every day. Just don't leave the room you learned it in, right? Because then you're screwed. Yeah, I'll get this too. That's all water. That's all water. Good. So then along here, this is meant to be water. I might have to smooth this out a little bit. This feels a little bit crappy, but it'll be easier when the water's in. So all that's going to be water, which means we have to replace this with coarse dirt underneath. And this is just because my coarse dirt texture has like a nice sort of gravel texture to it occasionally. Looks good on rivers. Hope I didn't make this too narrow. Oh, whoops. No, that's not right. I'm standing at 59, so I have to be at 58. Yeah, so this might be a little bit too narrow. We'll have to see. It should be okay. All right, missed a spot here. And I messed up, I think, there. Probably because I couldn't see because of the trees on the map. This feels like a very straight line. I'm assuming it's probably meant to go in by 1 or 2. Yeah, this is all underwater. That's 3. 3 there. Yep. Whoops. Nope, something is messy here. Maybe it's here that I messed up? Oh yeah, here we go. That's what I did wrong. There we go. Aha. So that, I think, is the rough dig. Looks pretty good. It's a little bit windy here. We might want to smooth this out a little bit, but I think I'm just going to wait until we have the river in it. What I'm going to do now, I think, is maybe think about where I might want to put some rocks along here. And so if I'm going to be up here somewhere, where did I put that? I guess I didn't use the scaffolding. I just climbed up, swam underneath here, didn't I? So we'll take a look. We'll have a decent idea of what this is going to look like from the cliff. Actually, let's go up. Is there scaffolding in here? Yes. Go up on the wall. Right. So when this is a nice, pretty blue river going around the corner, I think that'll look cool. Especially with one custom tree there, I think that'll kind of help dial it in. I don't think that looks too shallow or too narrow. I think it'll, once it's all covered and this is all blue, like wall to wall, I think it'll probably look pretty good. We're going to do some more, like, this will, I think, will overhang a bit. So we might even pull this in a bit, or we'll push the dirt over and we can do like hanging bushes and stuff over the edge of it here and make this look all nice. This looks a little bit too Minecraft perfect, so I might want to push some of these up to be a little bit jaggier. 2s and 3s rather than just steps of 1. It'll probably be like 1 and then 2 and then 4 or something, just to really give it a good sharp pitch, you know? Scaffolding is the best thing in the game. Don't tell Cosmic I said that. Nice. 100,555. Oh boy, them's fighting words. I like it. It's useful. I don't think it's the best thing in the game. It would be if it didn't fall after 6 blocks and if I could crouch on it. Then I'd be okay. Then I'd be cool. So I wanted to check something because I've been going crazy with buckets. I've got a lot of ice. I could probably use some of my ice to make this river for fun. I feel like that could be useful rather than doing the bucket thing. Because I find bucket very tedious. And I also wanted slabs and stairs and smooth stone, and we'll do slabs and stairs in andesite too. Oh, and andesite. We'll just bring that with us. Where is it? There it is. I'm also the person who once surrounded Cosmic in birch logs whilst they were on break. For context, Cosmic hates birch with a passion. Which birch? Like the strip birch or like the cow print, black and white birch? Oh, I'm gonna have to go down here by the water. The cow birch, yeah, not my favorite. It could look a lot better. It's too bad that it doesn't. So I don't know if this is overkill. I could be wasting a lot of time and resources, but I mean, we've got an ice spikes biome. It's very easy to get more ice if we need to. But before I put anything water-wise in here, I thought it would be kind of cool to think about where I might want to have a rock or two. I feel like here would be good. Maybe not here. And then I guess these are all kind of small, but I feel like I could do little bits here, like rock there, rock there. Just kind of make it look less boring. And if this is going to be more cliff-like, we could probably maybe get rid of a couple bits along here. Maybe here's about when it starts to round out a little bit more. You didn't see that? Nothing happened. And then we'll go at least 2, 3. Just to kind of give it a little bit more of a jaggy, sharp look. Maybe that's a little bit too uniform, so we can maybe pull that down there and then pull it down there too. And I think if we look at that, yeah, well, we might have to work with that a little bit more, but not bad. We'll figure the top part out. It's more about the part going into the water that I wanted to make look cool. Not Humo, been a minute. I'm doing well, thank you. How are you? When the server is at endgame, I'm not sure if it's possible to waste resources in build. It's true. It just saves me a lot of running back to get stuff to other storage facilities and things like that. All right, I think we can probably dial. As it gets steeper, I feel like we can maybe push this back a bit. Oops. Oh, come on. Go. Sure. Everything along here looks pretty good. Okay. So You can do this with a bucket, or you can just lay down a bunch of ice and see what comes up. Actually, I guess I should put all of these in this other box because this is all going to get filed away again. Oh, maybe I need to look at some slabs too. Don't want to do anything there. It looks a little bit too narrow. And then I'll get some stone slabs too. I think that's the first time it's rained this stream since the first break. Roman AV, it is a custom recipe and custom texture, and it may not work anymore because of the changes, but there is a petrified oak slab that was available in creative, and so we just added a coarse dirt texture to it and then added a data pack to make a recipe for it. But the recipe doesn't work anymore. I feel like there should be some rocks here too. This may be something better for when there's water here, but let's just put something there for fun, just to kind of like indicate the thought that I wanted to have a rock sort of here. I don't think it's a thunderstorm. Nope. So, we can go through with buckets, or I can just start placing ice, and it'll eventually just turn into water. Is that packed ice? No, it's packed ice. Crap. I thought I had ice. Maybe I misread my shulker box. I probably don't actually have ice. Oh, it's on the bottom. Okay. I don't have as much of this as I thought then. And yes, I know I don't have to fill in every block. I'm just going to go along the outsides. We'll still have to do all the other things manually, but that should be cool. I just don't know whether this is as efficient as using a bucket. If the brush allowed layer removal to get that partial coarse dirt, would you go for that? Seems like consuming a number of times you're placing it. The brush, I don't think we're going to get layers of any kind with the brush. The way that it works now, I think they did that to eliminate the player demand for layers. I think that's one of the reasons why it works like that. We're on 119.3. Hunter, why? I should just get my pickaxe that doesn't have silk touch. Oh, I think I like this much better than using a bucket. It's a little shrill. It's a little on the high pitched side, but other than that, it's okay. Oh, it filled in the... I thought I was going to have to use a bucket to do the slabs. It did the slabs for me? Oh, heck yeah. Let's just do the ice method. Why not? Recipe still works, but we're on 119.2. It looks like it was in 0.3 when it was removed from the creative menu and moved to commands. Yeah, so it's still in the game. It just, you have to use commands to get it. It's the only trick. Right. So this becomes more useful the farther away you get from the edges. The bottom would have been easy enough to do with just normal buckets, but I might be able to do just one side, you know? Learn something new every day. That worked out pretty well. I guess I just have to do over here. Now I just have to never leave this room, so I will not forget this trick. It's all right. I spend an awful lot of time in this room on this computer, so shouldn't be a problem. I just live here now. Oops. I really want to make an ice farm. That's one of the things that I think I need on the server. Oh, I thought I was out. Ugh, too hard to do in the water. Coming up on 2 hours. Thanks, Hunter. Appreciate it. I think we'll be able to get the water in, I think, before the end of the stream. Not bad, not bad, not bad. And I don't know if we have enough blocks. That's the only thing. Whoops. Oh. And I have a few left in the shulker box too. I think I've used all my ice though. Can't see what I'm doing. I didn't realize that ice did that cool transparent thing when you're underwater. I'll have to remember that. There could be some cool visual tricks that you could do with ice and water, you know? I don't remember if it's one-way crafting. That's a really good question, Hunter. It's a really good question. Let's find out. Nope. It's unpackable. Now, whether that's vanilla or a data pack that we have installed, I have no clue. But that's probably why I have so much packed ice, is that it just, if I have the data pack in there, it's probably because it allows me to unpack it and then carry a lot more in one shulker, because we've got blue ice here too. And my guess is that we also get packed ice out of blue ice. Yeah, we do. Because it goes the other way around too, right? You think it's vanilla? Cool. So we want ice, and we're just going to pop a few of these in here. That fills that in. We will remove the wall. And that is the river dig. I mean, it still needs to have some decoration and stuff, but not bad. Not bad for an afternoon's work, or evening's work. So, like I said, I'm not terribly worried about this side, just because of how I think this is around the bend, but we'll double check what we can see and what we can't see. I also have to think about whether or not I'm going to push this all the way to the ground, or whether I'm going to leave this little Easter egg that you can swim underneath that. That could be kind of cool. All right, let's go back up to the tower. Oh man, what a difference. It's funny, you know, I got so used to having the earth down there that I forgot, by filling it in with water, how much shorter the wall feels. So yeah, obviously a bit of landscaping to be done over there, but I'm cool with having like a dirt cliff there. I think that's fine. Nice big tree here could be cool. Some hanging roots. Maybe we can do something with the mangrove roots, to have the mangrove roots go down into the water, because that's you really kind of look straight at that wall. So we're gonna have to do something cool there, and then obviously right here as well. And then we'll figure out this. I think with this, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I feel like a lot of this should be, I think this part should be stone, maybe a lot of andesite. It's hard because the tower's andesite too, right? Oh yeah, this feels way less of an afterthought. That's fun. Where are we here? Right, so I feel like we could probably have the dirt come out like this. Oops. And then we could do something cool like underneath it. Yeah, I like this section. I feel like I might have pushed it a little bit too far over there. We might want to pull this a little bit tighter to the gate. But Well, let's go sleep so we can see what we're actually doing here. Cool. Could you put andesite into the mountain to make it look like the townspeople have quarried out some of the use for building? Maybe. There's enough mines underneath the place that I could do that too. Just use like the underground things. But to kind of get a bird's eye view, we'll just pop up on one of the trees here. Yeah, I feel like that needs to be just a little bit tighter. Even just one block should probably do it. But yeah, so the mountain has some cool exposed stone. The thing about making this andesite is that is andesite as well, so I'm probably going to leave this stone. I could have some andesite flecks in it, like similar to how we've got like andesite at the bottom and then it switches to stone. I could have andesite at the bottom here and then switch it to stone. And this, I'm not going to do anything, crazy cool with it. I'm just going to, I'm probably going to start by removing the dirt. I don't think I would replace the dirt. I think I would remove the dirt, see what's there, and then put stuff back. Although, if I replace the dirt, it would probably just look pretty cool if it was just rock, right? Like if I didn't do anything fancy with it, just like replace the dirt. That's one of the last things on my to-do list. Because this whole mountain needs some dirt removal in places. See, I tried a test here, and it looks pretty good. So, we'll probably end up doing that. Stuff like, where is it? I think it's right here. Yeah. That looks pretty cool, right? I think minus the diorite. But like if we did something like that in places and then just left the natural snow and then have the big, like a rock face. Because I've been in some canyons and some river canyons. Granted, it was in Utah. It was a drier climate. But there's no grass. It's just rocks straight down. There's no grass bits. There's grass bits at the bottom, but not halfway up, right? Ooh, that looks cool. Do I have... Yeah, let's go up here. Hold on. I never thought about what this might look from farther away. Which is silly. Normally I consider all that kind of stuff. Can I see it from up here? Not really. That's disappointing. Where else is high? That's high. Can I make it there without a rocket? Yes, I can. Ah, so we can see around the bend. So yeah, we'll have to probably push it. I'm probably gonna get rid of this. I don't think I like the giant waterfall there. We're probably gonna remove that. Matter of fact, let's just go do that right now. It's probably one water source. Yep. Mystery cave waterfall. It spreads out over like several hundred blocks. Does the map update in real time? Yeah, it does too. Huh. I didn't realize that. But yeah, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. I mean, this side gets a little bit Minecrafty, but this is pretty cool. Minecraft water mechanics, yeah. Definitely tricky. And this, I don't even know where this connects. Yeah, it doesn't actually go anywhere. It misconnects there, and then it winds back up and goes into this kind of big lake system. So I don't think I'm going to be adding so much to this area that I'm going to be bothering to connect all of that. I just want to finish the lines of sight. So I feel like the only other place that we'd be able to see this is going to be maybe in the keep. I'm not really sure. Can I make this? Yo. Oh, nope. The answer to that is no. I cannot make that. Thankfully, I only had like, I think, 10 levels or something. I think my stuff is going to be either inside or on the roof. Oh, probably a little bit of both. Probably a little bit of both. Now we go up and up and up the stairs. Oh, it's all on the roof. I think that's everything. All the important stuff anyway. I really didn't have much on me. Anyway, as I was saying, nope, I want to go in there. It's not going to let me, is it? So this is going to get rebuilt. I don't like the top of this. So this may be... Oh yeah, we can't even see past the wall over here. We're not up high at all. So I'll have to test to see what the new keep is going to be able to see, because the new keep is going to be a lot taller. I think we're going to add probably like a tower up to like here. So you'll probably be able to see over there. So if I was actually on the roof here, yeah, you can just kind of glimpse it. So I'd probably want to finish at least the curve. I might not decorate it, but I'm probably going to at least mine out the curve as it gets to that kind of area where we just took out the waterfall. But I really like the feel that this is now connected and finished and stuff like that. And I didn't do anything too fancy with this West River. It's really just me swimming around, I think, placing some rocks and hitting it with some bone meal. Like, it's very, very simple in here. A couple of roots, you know, but like really nothing precious. I'll probably do something cool in this area just because we have the path that ends here. And so it's probably going to be, I'll probably decorate kind of like here and of course under there. And then same thing with the other side where we've got that look off on the cliff. I'll probably do a bunch of, you know, more intricate like river scaping in the immediate area. So yeah, like here to probably about there. Just this stretch here. But once it goes around the corner, it's just going to be spamming some bone meal and a nice shape to it. And we'll do that custom tree thing there that I mentioned earlier. So not a bad day's work. I'm glad that we have that. I might be able to now check that off. Do we have anything that goes in there? No. That's regular dirt. Regular grass. Whoa, that's almost full. Gravel. Coarse dirt. We actually have more sand than we started off with. And I think that was it. You know, I think I might leave this gate open like this. It's kind of a fun little way to get around this giant wall. I'll leave it at least open until I'm done decorating the area. It's just going to be far too convenient to be able to swim underneath it. Now, dirt goes there. Grass goes there. Andesite, stone. Don't need that. Oh, I broke my ender chest with the wrong pickaxe. Whoops. That's annoying. That's why I need to have like better textures for my custom picks. That's one of the reasons why I really feel that they should add something, maybe not this update, because, well, they've announced everything that's coming in this update, but like I feel like they should have armor trim is the word that was escaping me. Yeah, armor trim, but have the ability to trim your tools. Right? I think that would go a long way. Gravel, andesite, that, and then these can go away as well. And the rest I will figure it out later. Gravel was here somewhere. Where's gravel? There it is. Beautiful. Where's my book? I think we got the dig part done. Left path. West River dig. I'd say we got that done. I just really want to check something off. Blam. Ta-da. Oh yeah, rookie mistake for sure. It will be really cool when I've got like the odd light. Because you see like the road up to the entry portal has little lights along it. And although they're displaying very weird on the map. But it'll be really cool when we've got like little lights all along all of the paths. And I remove all of these silly torches that are just out in the world. And we can just see the roads kind of going through the trees. You can see my paths that I've kind of planned out for the different roads with some light. I think Cosmic was doing some work down here and they lit the place up like a Christmas tree. I think they were filling in a ravine or something. Anyway, you can see we still have one more river to connect right here. It's mapped out. We just haven't done the dig part, but that's part of the surrounding countryside. And you can't really see that from West Hill. So that's kind of like down the line sort of stuff. However, that is where I'm going to wrap things up. I am going to send you off to somebody playing Minecraft, so don't go anywhere. If I can find somebody playing Minecraft, who's streaming right now? I am open to suggestions if anybody has anybody that they want me to raid, because none of my regular streamers that play Minecraft are live right now, because I normally stream much earlier in the day. So if you have some suggestions, throw them in chat. If not, I will pass you on to somebody else that's just another family-friendly streamer. Drathmore is live, but they're playing a different game. I'm not familiar with it. You can, of course... oh, Griffin Prime? Oh, Aldebar's live? How do I not have Aldebar on my list? Oh, show more below the fold. That's what was going on. Oh, Griffin Prime plays on the same server as Aldi and Ginger. Okay, I misread that. Yes, let's raid Griffin Prime. That sounds like a great idea. Family friendly is the way to go. Thanks ever so much for hanging out, folks. If you've enjoyed this, then make sure you leave a follow. Check me out on social media at Joel Duggan. Podcasts are all linked at joelduggan.com. You can also just search me on iTunes and I come up, but it's very easy. The Spawn Chunks and the Citadel Cafe, they're both free. Find them wherever you find your podcasts. And yeah, we will see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock Atlantic. That's UTC minus 4 hours for more work here in West Hill. Bye for now.